Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, for the past few weeks, we have been discussing major problems with an average citizen. And tonight we're going to do it again. And the problem that we're going to discuss is, what do you think of rock and roll? And here is the average citizen. Would you come out, please? Right here. Oh, there. Get all that fancy stuff? He doesn't wait. He starts right in. Say, would you mind telling the folks your name?
Yes, I'd be very happy to. My name is Ed Norton.
Well, it certainly is good to have you back, Mr. Norton.
Yes, it is. Thank you very much, Mr. Gleason. I'd say it's a pleasure to be back here, and I would like at this time to say hello to all my friends out there in Never Never Land. And a special hello to all my crew in outlet number 53. Frank, Harry, Bruce, Marty, Pete, George, and Sylvia.
And Sylvia? Say, tell me, Mr. Norton, how are things in the sewer?
Well, really want to know?
Yes.
They could be better. They could be better. In fact, I don't think we've really had a good year since 1952. Mm-hmm. That's what we call a good vintage year.
Good vintage year, eh?
That was a good one.
Well, would you advise... well, for instance, how long have you been in the sewer game?
If you was down there, you wouldn't call it a game. I'll tell you that. I mean, to answer your question, I've been in the sewer, give or take a few, about 15 years as the boat sails.
As the boat sails?
Oh, it's a
colloquialism.
It's a trade joke.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Now, look here, Norton. Look, would you recommend the sewer as a profession for young men?
I certainly would. In fact, I'm telling you, if I had a son, Mr. Gleason, I would want him to wade in my footsteps. That little play on words. Yeah. If you wouldn't mind, Mr. Gleason, right now, I'd like to take the opportunity to tell you all that we are looking for recruits. And I would like to make an announcement at this time.
Well, go right ahead.
Thank you. Young men between the ages of 17 and 56. If you're a college graduate and have a knowledge of such subjects as French, Spanish, biology, English, literature, and ancient history, don't pay no attention to about what I'm going to say. However, if you're a young man who's looking for a job with a future and a chance for adventure, have you considered a career in the sewer? There's easy hours, good pay, and plenty of recreational facilities. Especially during the grunion season.
Yes.
So if you would like to join us denizens of the deep, just drop down there and take the exam. Thank you very much.
What do you mean, take the exam? What type of an exam do they give you?
No, it's very simple. You just go down there, they throw you in a tank of water. If you float, you're in.
I see. Now, Norton, it's time for me to ask you the question of the day. What do you think of the current rock and roll craze? Rock and race, Kroll. Rock and race. Rock and roll craze. There it is.
I got the same trouble, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta get them in there. Well, it's all right. It's all right, this rock and roll. I got nothing against it. I mean, it's just that I personally prefer long hair music. You know, tunes like,
Ding Dong the Witch.
Ding Dong the Witch is Dead. Peter Cottontail. Tippy Tippy Tin. You know, Good Ship Lollipop. Dance with a Girl with a Hole in her Sock. You know, the classics.
Is that so?
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, of course, I got nothing against rock and roll. As a matter of fact, once in a while, I dip my pen in sunshine and sit down and write little tunes out myself, you know. I think it come out pretty good. I wrote one tune I dedicated to Coney Island called, You Ain't Nathan But a Hot Dog. There's another play on words there.
Well, you seem to be quite a music lover, Mr. Norton.
Oh, I am. In fact, when I was a kid, they thought I was a child prodigy. So, you know, I was an expert in music. I knew everything about the 3 Bs. You know, Beethoven, Bach, Shostakovich.
3 Bs, Beethoven, Bach, and Shostakovich. Shostakovich starts with an S.
Look, I told you I was an expert in music, not spelling.
Oh, I see what you mean. You know, a lot of people have said that rock and roll is a bad influence on the younger generation. How do you feel about that?
I'd say bourgeois to this. I gotta disagree with it. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, you know, everybody said the dances that we did in those days, you know, like the Lambeth Walk, the Big Apple, the Hesitation Waltz. They said if I kept on doing those dances, I'd grow up to be a nut. Didn't affect me none.
No. Does your wife like rock and roll?
Oh, she loves rock and roll. She's
Yeah?
nuts about it, yeah. Of course, my wife's very musically inclined. She's got eardrums in her ears.
When you and your wife go out, do you ever go to these rock and roll sessions?
Well, once my wife made me take her. You know, Bill Haley and his Comets were playing someplace, personal appearance. And she had to have the best seats, you know, $4.40, you know. Right down in the front there. You know, you could almost touch the performers. So they come out there, and what does she do? She faints. How do you like that? $4.40 a ticket. Bill Haley comes out, and she faints.
Well, what did you do?
What did I do? I exchanged the seats for cheaper seats up in the balcony. What else?
Well, I want to thank you very much, Mr. Norton, for coming up here and giving us your views on this important subject.
Well, thank you very much,
Very nice
Mr.
of you.
Gleason, for having me up here and
Yes.
having me in your living rooms, ladies and gentlemen. But I would like to do one more thing. You see, I belong to an International Royal Order of Raccoons.
Oh.
And we're very fond of Mr. Ray Block, your musical conductor, and they told me I could come up here at this time and present this to Mr. Ray Block. See, that's our official cap.
Oh. Well, I want to say that that's very, very nice. Now, will this make Ray a raccoon?
No, but it'll keep his head warm.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Norton. There he goes.